So my first exposure to it was with a webinar that Berkeley Life did while I was attending a meeting with Dr. Sachin Patel's group. And that was the first exposure I really had to using it regularly. I think in general, it was the overall science, but the group that I primarily work with are people who are having issues with overall health. And particularly one of the common things that I come across in my patient population is erectile dysfunction and in women and orgasm. So it was something that I knew could help those clients as a supplement that was easy. Yes, I do quite a few videos. I think I have 7 videos total on nitric oxide. All of them have more views than most of my other videos. But the one specifically where we're talking about improving the small capillary function and where the smallest capillary function happens to be, and that happens to be in all erectile tissues, those tend to get more views than others. I think it's both, because there's a lot of misinformation out there for people over the age of 40 about L-arginine and L-citrulline. And so they're curious as to why this product is different and how it helps differently and why they should stop using the others, especially if they come from that bodybuilding mentality or the gym bro mentality. They're really looking at why is it different. Quite a few of the comments are you should just supplement with L-arginine or L-citrulline, and going into explaining why that doesn't work anymore after the age of 40, especially after the age of 45. My client population happens to be most of those guys between age 40 and age 65. So why it really doesn't work for them and how we need to work around that with not only supplementation, but their nutrition. I've had quite a few people message me that they, even if the only thing they've ever done with me is try the product, their blood pressure is lower. They've been able to come off their blood pressure medication. They notice a difference when they're working out. They actually notice a difference in improved sleep. And then a couple of them have responded saying that they are noticing like a morning erection again, but they haven't said it's specific. They're not sure it's specific to the product or if it's just that overall their whole health is improving. I find them extremely valuable. I've also subscribed to the YouTube channel that you guys have, and I watch those videos. I direct people to those videos when they think that maybe I'm not explaining the science well enough, or maybe I'm not quoting the research correctly. So I find it very helpful. I know there's one coming up on the 19th of April, and you guys tend to have one every month or every other month that people can register for very easily. And I think it's a good kind of refresher, especially, I mean, you know, I'm 20 years out of school. And so that reminder of how those pathways all work is a good refresh, and going over the science again so you can, that light bulb can re-click on, I think is a good habit to get into. Most of it is online, but I do have test strips. I mean, I have test strips here on my desk that I use with patients. And particularly, I see a lot of patients who are above the age of 50 in my physical therapy practice as well. So we'll test them, particularly if they are taking longer than they should to heal from an injury or a joint replacement, or the wound isn't healing. I'll just say, you know, let's test this really quick in the office, see what it comes out at, give them a sample, have them tested again a couple of days later after they've taken the product for 5 days in a row and see the difference, and also ask them how they feel different in terms of recovery in general. Yes, especially those patients who are, they might be working with a different functional medicine practitioner and they don't want to step on anyone's toes, but this is a product that they've never been offered before. Or they're just, we've gotten on a call, they're mostly on their way to their health that they want to obtain, and they just want something extra to kind of support. So it's great for those clients who aren't really going to become someone that I work with every day in my practice. They're just someone that I'm making touch points with maybe once or twice a year. I think that people doing the Perfect Practice program are exposed to so many things that are so helpful when they are really deciding where to go. And this was one of those products that I was absolutely on board with using, because the research and the benefits that you get from nitric oxide supplementation are vast. And it's not just about sexual health, it's about the health of every single cell and every single blood vessel. And as we know, if we're not getting oxygen to tissues, they aren't thriving. And so we really need to focus on the overall health of the person. And this combination between Perfect Practice and Berkeley Life, it's a great way to help supplement even clients who maybe aren't a great fit for your practice, but do need something to help support their system overall.